it might be getting close to you where you just, people are not in understanding. How about let's just say that they're still in the thinking mind mode, and some people have gone super conscious thinking. There's the thinking mind mode, and then there's the super conscious mind mode, and the two are very different. And even though they're different, one is able to absorb the other and understand it. The other can't really, because it's kind of an elevation, and the truth is the thinking mind mode is the evolutionary part of what I mean. Sorry, the superconscious thinking mind mode is the part of the evolutionary consciousness, the evolutionary consciousness of the human organism. That's what awakens and begins self-organization in in many areas of subject matter. It's capable of dialing right in on something without such the trial and error. And it's hard to explain this, but I do it a lot, and I notice other people's minds don't really do that. And I'm not somebody who is a professional or well versed in the worldly matters, and I don't claim to go to school or anything. This has come from just doing stuff like playing music and meditating. Meditating, playing music is meditating if you're actually playing music. There's some people that are acting like they're playing music through emulation, and also they don't have an ear behind it. You just know the difference. Not out there nowadays. They are getting rid of the human expression at its finest, which is the divinity of what we're capable of as human beings, which is like perfection. And a lot of people don't believe in that. It's like, no, there is perfection. It's not what you're thinking. People are so, the numbers world, numbers rhymes with numbers, numbers. Anyway, they the only they perfection to them is just to get the right number, and it's never right. I mean, what do we even associate numbers with? Is a lot of times just money. Otherwise, there isn't really. It's not digital out there. I mean, there's a digital world. Yeah, it's interesting, but like I would always say, is that that's just particle math. You're looking at quantity of things, and in fact, um, those quantity of things are made up by something that is coming together, a certain quality that isn't numbers. It's a different math that you're going to have to look into. It's very much more complex than just counting, and that's what the reptilian mind is up to. That has been sucked into just using stencils and using the numbers system, and anybody is susceptible to falling into that lower vibrational frequency that somehow it's just hooked up into fear, because it's like this: your numbers aren't high, your numbers aren't high enough, you're not, and you get more and more fear. Drop down a little bit, oh, you better fear, you better think, do all kinds of shit. Man, I am just, a lot of people in my life don't understand that I'm getting away from that psychological vampire. And my relationship with money is the same with the fake system out there. I'm moving more towards my creativity that keeps me alive and healthy. And I'm pretty sure it's the future that we're going to be taking care of each other, not based on that money system so much. Stop working so fucking hard for nothing. If you did something for 3 hours to 6 hours a day, it better pay off within a fucking week or within 6 months. Directly. Does it nourish you? Does it make you healthy? First of all, does it make you healthy? Do you feel good? Uh, uh, and so, um, boy. We all need to quit things from the past that don't work, and it's most all things, and anything done in excess is going to be a problem. But the changing of man involves evolution that moves forward and understanding what's happening on the planet. And of course, we could all be better people if we get away from a system that requires, I mean, really, you're stupid if you're not anesthetizing or doing the counteractive measures that detoxes away from it and loosens your mind. There's meditation to move your body away from the anxiety that comes from leading that life that is just so full of busyness all the time. You guys are addicted to that. And then they're now getting you addicted to the cell phones, which is just this bombardment of energy that you don't have to go anywhere. Now you're just getting exhausted of that, and you feel like this is what you need to do because why? Well, what else are you going to do? They took your life away from you. People that live and are able to find a life doing something, practicing some medicine or some art, you're going to criticize and say, oh, you shouldn't do that. And it's like, well, you know what? We're not saying that you shouldn't do the things you're doing. Only if it's a problem for you. I said, not me. You! You! Did I say it was a problem for me? I'll complain when I'm having a problem, believe me, and I have. And a lot of people are like, nah, that's not your problem. You got to pick yourself up. And it's like, you know what? You got to pick your own fights. It's not even real, some people. And I'm just sick and tired of being in a foreign place when it's just really my life. Can I live my life? And you don't even know why I'm doing what I'm doing. And you don't even know why you're doing what you're doing, but you're doing it. And can we accept it just the way it is and sit with it? No. I want to remind you fucking people out there that are doing social media and all you can do is talk and think and fear about how the thought feels. The thought is the most excruciating thing. I do it every day. I think about it. It's like, the thought of it, see, I have some work that I'm going to do tomorrow that I want to do. It's not that I have to do it. You do things that you want. That's how you live. So anyway, I have this work that I wanted to do. I actually advertised yard work, $25 an hour. That's what I wanted to do. So now I'm doing it. Somebody called me, so I'm going to get up and do it tomorrow. Get ready. So what I'm doing is thinking, you have to you psychologically prepare, but I'm thinking of the whole thing, right? You think of the work and like now with my thinking, let's get into it, babes. I gotta wear clothes, protective gear to do the weed whipping. I already did this, but now thinking deeper, well, I couldn't wash those last batch of clothes because I don't have a washer. That doesn't matter. I can just put those clothes on and just do it. Fuck it. If they're dirty clothes, it doesn't matter. Really, it doesn't. But I'm thinking, shite. So anyway, that's hard. But I'll get the clothes ready tonight. All of this is excruciating. All of this is excruciating. Let alone, I gotta gas up my equipment. I gotta mix the gas. I gotta get the string and put it on, and I have to start the engine. All of this is excruciating. The thought of it, I know this by experience. See, you're not experiencing things the way I do, but I smoke a lot of weed, and I get extra sensory fucking sensitive, and I'm looking at my mind, I'm like, wow. And this mind of mine is making it excruciating. Just the thoughts of it, but I'm moving through the events, and I could mistake it as being the actual events. There is a point of my mind where I'll just think, that's the actual event that's happening right there. Look, oh, this is so fucking. I got to get the gas first to gas my car up, to gas my thing, but I got to put the oil in, right? You got to make a mixture, and it's got to be. And this is all excruciating thinking, and I have wasted how much of your time? It's about 9 minutes of talking about it. You people are being present. You don't know how to do anything. You're sitting in a fucking box on a ouch. I want to say an ouch, but it's really a couch. All right. So then there's a whole different world of you people out there that experience it like that. It's all excruciating. I know because I experience it too. I experience, but my mind, I'm like, wow, check it out because watch this. I get right up and I just fucking do shit. I do shit. I do shit. Not really. I'm not that stinky. If you're really, really, really busy, then that's you have to do shit. But what I'm talking about is it feels so much better to just do it. Just go do it. Stop thinking about it. Oh my god. I do that to myself over and over because I live up in the mountains, and that's an art skill. That's a skill that I just told you. It's an art form that I've taken up, and I have a skill in it of living in the mountains. Really, and I mean, getting kind of sloppy and shaky, baby, lately. It's because I would like to not do this alone anymore. And even though I'm on Facebook, it's like people aren't getting it because it's just Facebook. And really, I'm not saying misery wants company. It's more like, I would like to be a little bit more comfortable. So what I really want to do is get my cash apps going. It's a whole change of money out there. And the way that I'm going to make money in the future is social media. Neptune is going right over um, my ascendant. And thank God I smoked pot all my life because I wouldn't dial in on this fucking amazing thing that's going to happen. If I can just get this little bit of income trickling in by way of social media, which I know that I can get some help that would help me focus even more and more and more to condense what it is that I already am. I don't have to change anything about who I am and what I am. I might have to smoke a little bit more weed though. That's what I'll do. Yeah, I'm going to get a hookah. That's going to be a big part of it. That's my God. Anyway, it doesn't have to be, but that's what you're going to get from now on. And the reason why we are just so it's used for meditation. You got to watch out though because the government is fucking it up for you. And they always give you a bad attitude about everything, and they don't really tell you how to think. They tell you what to think. And so, but when you're projecting on the scene, which is just your mind and talking and thinking that that's where it's at, and you're not experiencing each other, and you're not really giving each other the time of day to be present, really, because you're a narcissist, that's not the way to live. And that's not what's going to be going on. We're just going to accept each other like one. It's going to be one way or the other. Either you're these kinds of people that it's like you're toxic because you're not going to live. First of all, live in the moment and say, well, what is more important than all of that detail than just being here now and saying, what do you need now? But I know all of that, but what do you need now? Are you okay now? How does it feel now? You know, that's pretty much it. And if you're actually genuinely there, like I could say that here and you're not, I'm not there. I'm not, you don't feel anything from me, and it doesn't have to be always, this is something we have to remind the narcissist. It's like, it's not always going to be that I'm going to be blowing sugar up your ass. See, now you're going to be like, oh, now you're mean. No, actually, are you going to be present and figure out what you're bringing to the table to people? What are you offering as a presence? I'm sorry if you're glitching out, man. And people are knowing that they're glitching out. This is the Aquarius age. We're heading for a golden age because a lot of people are going to be dying under our fucking noses, and I see why. If you deny the truth and you just keep fighting with the truth, I mean, it's there. It's there. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about the facts of life? There's gay people. There's people that never smoke weed all of their life. They never smoke it, and you run into these people. You think, out of all the people, and even me, you should smoke some fucking weed, man. And they'll never do it enough. But anyway, I'm trying to make a point. In the Aquarius age, it's just, we're going to be ourselves more, and we're going to understand more the deeper reasons why as to why we're doing things, maybe. Who says that smoking weed makes you or breaks you as a better or worse person? Like, is it really the weed that's causing the the disruption in you, or why are you smoking weed? I mean, how else would it be? What else would it be that you would be dealing with? I don't know. Whatever. You know, you can't you can't blame. It's never the drug that is causing something to go on in a personality. Maybe they're covering it up and they're anesthetizing away from each other. Anesthetizing, and that's more and more is my point. In the Aquarius age, that's in the books, 1984, that says, and we're doing it now. It's social media, where you anesthetize yourself. You're just plugging into, say, fuck, man. There's a weight. There's a responsibility that you're supposed to take in this life. Getting back to, do you want to be a super conscious thinking person, or do you want to be just a thinking person that runs this fucking matrix until they go to the ground and your soul is lost to the lesson here, which is to evolve and maybe put some of that stuff down. Don't put the wrong things down. Like I did. I'm gonna quit smoking weed and then go to a fucking casino and sit there with them all the tobacco smoke. Right on.